All right, everybody, welcome back to Tracklandia. This is a very special episode that we have today. It is noon here, a couple minutes after, in Portland, and we had a nice shakeout this morning previewing the Shamrock course. We'll be running the Shamrock Run next weekend right here in Portland, Oregon. It is actually the biggest road race in the city, with a lot of participation from all the different clubs we have here in our fair city. The industry center of the running world. We've got a lot of talented creatives here, talented runners as well. And there are a lot of creative designers in the crowd, a lot of talent in the running community. Linking up for our shakeout this morning. I think there were around like 350 people out there on the waterfront. It's sunny out there. Looking forward to that sun next weekend. We're going to be talking to a few of the runners who are going to be participating in the 8K, which is the hot event at Shamrock Run here in Portland. There is prize money on the line in different categories for the 8K. So for the individual, we have $300 for first place, plus your weight in beer, which is very exciting. No matter what weight you are, it's exciting. And that'll be given out by a seesaw in the beer tent afterwards. So we're going to place the victor on one end of the seesaw, and on the other end of the seesaw, crates of beer will be placed on it until it levels out, and then they'll take it home and do whatever they wish to do with it, disperse it amongst their friends or drink it all by themselves throughout the year, hopefully. $150 for second place, $50 for third place. We also have a team-scored competition, and thank you to the good folks at Shamrock Run for placing this prize money here and creating these categories and linking these clubs together to compete. We have $500 on the line for men's and women's categories for the team-scored competition. So that's cross-country style. 4 runners are scored apiece. Last year's champions, BTC on the men's side. There's some BTC people out there. And Cascadia Elite on the women's side, and they're not represented here today, but they will be represented on the line next Sunday. And then we also had the largest club participation, which is a great category, and that's highly contentious, as there are a lot of great large clubs here in the city. So that's the most participants for a club hitting the line in the 8K specifically, and that's also $500. So the more people you have on the line, smaller the share of that one, but it also, I mean, I don't know, what can you get for $500? That's quite a few pony kegs, I think. So, yeah, it could be a good party nonetheless. Let's go through last year, the winners for each of these categories. So individual winner, Craig Nowak, a 23:06 for the 8K, one of the fastest 8K road races in the United States. Carolyn Alcorta, 26:27, blazing fast on the women's side too, taking the victory. Like we said, BTC on the men's side, Cascadia Elite on the women's side, and largest club participation, FOPO, represented here today. And they're a top contender coming in for that award this coming Sunday as well. So without further ado, let's bring up a bunch of these participants. We're going to take a cross-section of what this 8K is going to look like. So spanning the entire race here at the front and throughout the race and contending for all these different categories. So let's bring up last year's winner on the men's side, the Pace Pirate himself, 23:06 for the fabled 8K course, Craig Nowak, ladies and gentlemen. Drinking the Notion Light. Cheers, Craig. Let's see, representing the Jacuzzi Boys Athletic Club, third last year in 27:13 on the women's side. Let's bring up Alyssa Barrett. All right. Representing the Rose City Track Club, 13th last year, 28:35, Kaylee Wessel. Come on up, Kaylee. All right, a 2:25 marathoner, and I believe unaffiliated when it comes to clubs. He dabbles everywhere in club representation. Justin Roysam. All right. Cheers.
Hops water.
Yeah. Drinking some hops water over there. Great Notion has something for everybody. Captain of last year's biggest team, the Fopo Run Club, representing Fopo Run Club here, Natalia Barwagon. Cheers. What are you drinking, Natalia?
Cheers, some Mexican lager.
A Mexican lager from Great Notion. All right.
Cheers, happy Sunday.
Representing the Bowerman Track Club here in the city. He was 4th last year in 23:46, but the second member on his team, I believe, which was the team champion, Dom Arce. There we go, Dom. Okay, representing the Bowerman Track Club here. She was the winner of the 5K race last year here at Shamrock, but moving up to the 8K to bring more firepower for her team, Cameron Weber. Come on up. Okay, and that rounds out our panel here. So as I said, let's think about our audience questions too, and no questions are off the table. So, I mean, we'll cut you off if it starts to get into some territory we don't want to go down, but we have guests here who are very open to answering any questions you might have. So we'll do that at the end. But Craig, let's start out. Dom, was that you?
Couldn't tell you.
All right, Dom, let's start out with you. You were making that noise, all right? So you're a member of the Bowerman Track Club here in the city, which is vying for a couple awards here. I mean, you might be vying for a triple crown here, running the individual champion, team scored, and largest club participation. What have the talks been like internally in the club as you prep for Shamrock?
We like to keep our talks internal, so not going to share too much, but really good energy coming out. And this is kind of the first race of the season for a lot of us that are looking to the roads and looking to race in the Portland community. I think a lot of people are just excited about what Shamrock brings each year, and so we come out bringing our best shot, but also knowing that there's a long year ahead, and we'll continue to see these people on the track, whether that's at Portland Track Fest or just throughout the whole year, and that's a really good connection point with everyone.
So, there's upwards of 10,000 people running this race, too, and it's really Portland out on the waterfront, too, and it's one of the only times in the year to get that kind of visibility, but also when all of the clubs come together and really clash in this race. What does it mean to a club like Bowerman Track Club to show out and get that team victory?
Yeah, the team side of it, I think even though we have the title with the 8K, there's a lot of members of our club and with every club here that are running in the 5K, the half marathon, and every distance. And as much as you can represent across the board and show that there are places for people to run in the Portland community, whether they want to base that off geographically where they're at, or if they just find friends in a certain group, that's a great place to connect with a new community that you maybe have never met before. And that's, I think, really important for just showing your colors and showing that you can come to whatever club you want to come to. It's a really cool moment for all that.
Yeah, and Alyssa next to you over here too. Third last year, 27-13, like we said. Alyssa, we've all followed your running journey and your development throughout the years. You've knocked a ton of time off of your marathon, gotten down to like 2:38, I believe. Am I right?
Yes.
Of course I am. But this year, top 3 last year, so you got that $50 in there. And Jacuzzi, you have a Jacuzzi Girls.
I wore my Jacuzzi Girls sweatshirt.
I didn't know you made those. Is that open for everybody too?
It's kind of old, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, well, heading into this race, what's your key focus? What are you looking at accomplishing here at Shamrock Run?
I think this year for me, there's a few of us here training for spring marathons. So I think my focus really is to work on the mental side for myself because in the middle of marathon training, I'm not sure what these legs will, give me, but I'm excited to get like an effort in before London in April.
Yeah, give me, London in April, that's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. let's give me what it's like when you're going up. There's a little riser too, right before. I believe that's how far is that? Like half a mile out, like after you've gone.
Like on your way back?
Yeah, on the way back.
Yeah.
What's going through your brain when you know that you're in the medal hunt in the 8K, and
Yeah.
you've got the crowds just screaming at you like down the waterfront? What are the legs feeling like as a marathoner too?
I mean, I think it's like just hold on for dear life.
Keep it together?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it feel a bit speedy for you, the 8K as a marathoner?
Last year felt really good for me. I think what is hard though too is when we go out with the guys, I think we all get a little overexcited sometimes. So the first mile is always like, oh, and then you kind of just have to try to hold on. So yeah, I think that's just, the legs will give what they want that day, but I don't know.
But this is a mass start. So
Yeah.
you're out there hot early.
Yes.
Yeah, and then what's it like on the turnaround too? I mean, you see everybody coming back.
I actually think what I love about the 8K, especially with the turnaround, is you get to see all your friends, and like I feel like when you're running, people like be cheering for you, or you hear people like, oh my God, third woman, and like stuff like that. Last year, I think that's like really like how people support other runners during the 8K. I think is really cool because of the turnaround. So you get to see people on the way back.
Yeah, I love that part too, especially when I get to talk a little crap to people out there. Well, I mean, I'm in the back a little bit more, but yeah, you get to say, hey, you're not looking so good. I think you should make your move right now because he's not looking great. Usually say that to Tate Shenbein, but he's not here today to defend himself. Hopefully that lights a fire under him.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for anybody else on the panel here as we
If
go?
I have any questions?
Yeah, we
Oh.
want this to be an open kind of conversation here. So if you have something to ask Kaylee about her strategy.
Kaylee, what's your strategy?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so my strategy isn't personal. It's for Rose City, actually. I want us to win on the women's side of the race, to have all of our women way towards the front and take out Cascadia Elite, who also can't defend themselves today. But yeah, my plan is just to be a part of that and to participate in getting our team scored to a place where we can win it all.
Put that flag in the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, Rose City Track Club.
Yeah, watch out for the yellow singlets. They will be hunting you down. Maybe not you, Jeff, but also maybe
They
you.
probably will. Yeah, they probably will be hunting me down, actually. All right. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm intimidated now. It's more of a goldenrod too, I think, the singlet. So I know
Yeah.
you guys well.
Yeah.
I've seen you pass me before. Yeah, almost the color of Justin's jacket over there. Justin, also a marathoner too, who's training with this 8K. What spring marathon are you going to be running?
I have Boston coming up.
Okay.
So a week before the London crew here. But yeah, that's next on the table.
And Justin, what are your goals for this race coming in? Is it similar to Alyssa, where you're trying to hold on for dear life?
I believe so. 8K is new for me, so I kind of feel like a fish out of water up here. But, it's a chance to get out, get on a starting line, get the legs moving, feel the energy of a race, just to get those jitters out before the real show comes in April.
Yeah, and what's it like? So you may be vying for the win. You may be
it's,
close to the front.
It's very generous of you.
Yeah, well, I'm a generous guy. Yeah, you may be up there.
Maybe not as well.
Yeah,
we'll
you
see.
But what's it like to step on the line with all of these different levels of runners too in Portland? The entire running community represented there.
Well, like Alyssa said, I too get overexcited when the boys go out hot. So it's a little intimidating, but it's a lot of fun. And just to like line up and be a part of this panel with some of these great names in the running community is it's fun and it's exciting and it's something that don't get a chance to do every day. So when the time comes for something like Shamrock and everyone's out and feeling good and excited. Hopefully the sun is shining and we
Yes.
don't get rained on. but yeah, it's a chance to just get out there and do the best we can at that moment.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's also great. I mean, it's something that I like, because I'm somebody who doesn't get a lot of photos taken of me in my running life day to day. I'm not specifically affiliated with a club. I get to go to some club runs and get photos taken, but all the photographers are out too at Shamrock in the city.
Absolutely.
So you want to be looking your best. Pick your perfect singlet. As somebody who is not a member of any specific club, what will you be wearing out there?
Ooh, first of all, don't have it picked out, but I agree. Look fast, run fast.
Yes.
So very important. And I think a big thing for me going into Shamrock is, yes, get ready for Boston and get some of the race jitters out, but it's a content building opportunity, right, with the photographers out there.
Mm-hmm.
So look good, run fast, get captured.
Maybe even a videographer too.
Maybe a videographer. Maybe. You just never know.
Yeah, I know Shamrock.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right.
Look for me.
Yeah, the lens will find you. Yeah, Shamrock's really stepped up their game too with the content and the videography, and I mean, bring in the local flavor too this year. So I'm very excited to see what the recaps look like. But it'll be fun. Natalia, so
Hello.
you are the captain of the winning team for the largest club participation last year,
Yes.
and probably the most spirit as well, which is something that I love to see, because I was trying to hand out the awards last year with a microphone that needed to be a bit louder, and you were like, "You need to talk louder, Jeff." And I was like, I'm giving everything I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be me. I did not run in high school or college. I cheered, so that's my jam, and that's what FOPO Run Club does. Is we cheer hard, not only for our community, but the entire running community. We like to put that body glitter on. We like to get our tutus going. We
Heck
like
yeah.
to have our matching shirts. And we really we party pace it. We party pace that 8K. We party pace the half marathon. We party pace all year. So that's really, that's what we do. We like to run. We like to drink. We like to wear matching outfits. That's FOPO Run Club.
See, that's why we need to have you here a lot more, telling us, or just educating us on how to do these things, because I think in the tights wearing crowd, which is how I refer to the tip of the spear usually, I guess, people who are out there really focused on times and all that, you need to loosen up a little bit, and have some fun and just play it, I think.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, my goal is always to just finish and get as many pictures with the crowd that's cheering for me, whatever neighborhood I'm at, whomever comes out, in their pajamas or throws me a Jell-O shot while I'm running.
Yeah.
I love those kinds of selfies. So just finish the race, not be too hungover, and have a good time.
Yeah, Craig Nowak could learn a few things from you, I think, about loosening up.
I'll do a Jell-O shot.
Yeah. Okay. He will do a Jell-O shot mid-race, so we've got that.
I'll see you next Sunday.
Beautiful. Cameron here, representing the Bowerman Track Club on the women's side too. You were the 5K champion last year, and you were hesitant to jump up to the 8K this year, but duty calls. The team needs you.
Anything for the team.
Anything for the team. Nice. Well, what are you bringing to the table this year? We know Cascadia Elite, who is not here to defend themselves, as we've said earlier. They will be out there in full force next weekend, and they're a team that has some great runners from around the region. What do you need to do to take the crown from them this year?
Ooh, that's an intense question.
I know.
I feel like just showing up with our entire team, with all the work that we've put in over the last, several months, years, however long people have been running who have decided to join the team, and just bringing that with full force. I like to self-identify as the vibes captain of our team.
Nice.
And so I think just bringing all the vibes, the excitement and the intensity together is going to be really important to just dial in and focus and work off of each other. We run together every week in practice, and I think just being able to utilize each other's talents to bring it home.
How beneficial is it to line up in a race like this where there's a lot of energy, big crowds, to have your people with you as you line up and you go through the warm up, and then you get there on the starting line, you're like, hey, I got you. Like you can see people out there and know that like, oh, we're running in a familiar place.
Yeah, I feel like it's everything. I mean, to get out there with your teammates who support you and just give you that extra mental push to get through the tough times. I mean, as you've mentioned before, we're all holding on for dear life, and to be able to do that together is really key to get through those tough moments, I think, and to be able to see each other, whether it be on the turnaround or just in front of you or just behind you, and call out to your teammates throughout the race, even beyond the starting line, is really a key element to success.
And what's the relationship like with other groups in the city too, who you're competing against? Because we know on the men's side, like in the past, they've almost come to blows between the Jacuzzi Boys and the Bowerman Track Club. They hate each other with a passion. Is it the same way on the women's side?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't stand the other club. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think the competition is definitely there. We're all excited to do our best and compete against one another, but it's also really well-fostered community. I think we've seen each other throughout the years that many of us have been a part of these clubs at track meets, but then also road races, and started to build a community even amongst the different run clubs. And so it's always really fun to show up, especially at an event where it is so club-focused, to just compete, but also see everyone that you know, that you've been seeing and racing against for years.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that, like, man, we're always trying to push, and I think the community here does a really good job of inching towards that, of like, competition doesn't have to be scary. Like, we can have a good time out there, and you don't have to dislike each other or have beefs with each other. Sometimes it helps. I mean, I'm sure Dom would want to punch everybody on the men's side of the Jacuzzi Boys Athletic Club, but
There's nothing wrong with a little drama.
right, yeah. But afterwards, you can all share a beer and a Jello shot with Natalia, who'll be handing them out.
I will be there.
All the I will be right behind you.
Yeah. Make sure nobody punches each other this year. Dom. He's never punched anybody. Don't worry about that. But yeah, that's a good outlook, and I appreciate that a lot, and something that we'll try to focus on. And I know I was giving you a hard time, Craig, earlier, just about your rigidity and focus, but you're one of the most laid-back, fast guys that I know, and somebody that I really appreciate having around here in the city, because as Cameron is a vibes captain, I think you are as well. But I mean, you're hauling butt out there on NATO, 23:06, probably the fastest time anybody's run on the streets in an 8K in the state, I would think. How many times have you won this 8K now?
So twice, so this will be attempt number 3.
Okay, attempt number 3, cool. And last year, so you've won your weight in beer last year. How did you distribute that, or how did it work out for you after the fact?
We actually had all the Bowerman guys over, and
you ran for Jacuzzi Boys last year.
Yeah. We tried to delete as many of those beers on day one as we could. So I think we might have got through almost 100 of them. So
really,
we did pretty good.
Amongst how many people would you estimate?
Probably 15 of us.
And how was
20,
that done?
I don't know.
Like, was that just casual drinking, or were you playing games?
Little casual, some drinking games, and then it got a little blurry. So I don't know where the last 30 or so beers went.
Okay.
But if you don't get through the majority of them that day, they really linger out, over the several months.
Right.
So,
and you can't let that affect your training going forward, right?
No, it's better to get it all down the hatch day one for sure.
We're open to helping you.
Here
all right.
go.
Yeah. We'll get
Little
it
beer
all
pong
going.
action?
We can
There we
get
go.
some club beer pong going afterwards.
Yeah, sounds
Fantastic.
good.
What's it going to take this year? Because the competition is stiff. I think you won by maybe a little over 10 seconds last year. But now, I mean, after winning twice, you're a marked man out there. What's it going to take for you to straddle the seesaw this year?
I don't know. It would be nice with some help from teammates, but our team's been kind of falling apart a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
these Bowerman guys always make me real nervous. They come in, they surround you, and they start throwing elbows. So
Are there elbows thrown out there?
I think there's a few elbows thrown out there. I don't know.
How do you navigate the turnaround? Like when you see it's a turnaround, you go out and you come back. Are you thinking going out, just get to that turnaround and then flip the switch and let's go? Or what's the mindset?
Yeah, I feel like after the turnaround, it really starts hurting pretty bad. And that's when, you get a little blurred vision, but I just started looking at the bridges and I was like, okay, I got to get to the Fremont and then the Broadway and then the Steel Bridge. So the bridges are my markers. So if I can get to the next bridge, then we're good.
Put that on a T-shirt, please. That's
just
a
get to
Portland
the next
t-shirt.
bridge.
The bridges are my markers. That's great. I want to pause for some identification here too. We have a product placement back here. This Toyota forklift will be there on the course to take people off if they need to, but also because Shamrock is going to give away. Is it a Tacoma out there? So we have some finalists, and yeah, somebody's going to get a Toyota Tacoma. So perfect that we have this here, and also thank you to Great Notion Brewing too for hosting, as you always do. Craig, could be you putting the beers in that Toyota pickup, or it could
That'd
be
be
Dom,
awesome.
or it could be Alyssa.
I'll take the forklift.
Yeah, could be any. Could be Cameron, could be Natalia, could be Justin, could be Kaylee. We've covered everybody up here. Could be anybody out there. You never know. Craig, do you have anything that you would like to ask anybody on the panel up here? If you'd want to dig into what Dom's race strategy is or whatever, we've had everybody is sworn to tell the truth, so nobody's going to lie to you.
I'm hearing Bowerman's bringing in some ringers from out of state. So
Dom, is that
I wonder
true?
if Dom has anything to say about that.
Well, this is a bit of a reach. I don't know if we're bringing any ringers, but I don't think we're the only people fighting for the title in the city. There could be some out-of-town competition that, we got to defend the title for bringing it to Portland.
Yeah, I think that, this race is getting a reputation just because of the competition that has been had over the past few years. People come from far and wide to take the prize because as much as the weight in beer and the prize money on the line is great, and we're very appreciative of all of that, people want to win this thing for the notoriety. I mean, they've seen you guys do so well, and they want to come and take you down a peg. So how does that make you feel? Are you up to the challenge?
I'm up to the challenge. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah. Gotta put it for the Axe in the spring or in the summertime, and just like we're defending against Seattle, and if anyone's coming from out of state,
You're speaking of the...
I'm wishing for anybody in the clubs to represent and take the title on the line.
Yeah. You're speaking of the glorified Cascadia Axe between the Portland and Seattle 3K competition, Portland Track Festival. Yeah.
I think in the future I'd love to see some Seattle teams or California teams come in, some clubs come in and add to the conversation here for Shamrock. I think that'd be a great addition to what we already got going, and even more pride on the line when it comes to that day.
Yeah, put it out there. Everybody's welcome here to compete on the streets of Portland, and one of the finest culinary cities on the planet too. So you can partake in a nice meal afterwards. Check out flights. The airport was just remodeled, $2 billion renovation. So you'll want to check that out as well. But a lot of the fine restaurants are also in that airport. I recommend going to the restaurants themselves. It's also nice that they're there. Okay, we also want to mention too, before we get out of here, before we get to questions from the audience, that if you have yet to sign up for a team, to be a part of a team to compete, deadline is Wednesday for those elite teams. So make sure that you do that, because you don't want to be missed in the counting for these great awards by Shamrock Run. So, all right. If you guys don't have anything to ask each other, then let's put it out there to the crowd. Are there any questions from the crowd? Lauren.
I had this one before Natalia mentioned it, but
Absolutely.
The question was, yeah, will FOPO be bringing Jell-O shots for the team area?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, come by team area. We've got body glitter, we've got stickers, extra tutus, extra Shamrock socks, headbands, party paste, people. Party paste over here.
Party paste.
Party paste, yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I don't know. Will Craig run in a tutu? If we supply a tutu for Craig, maybe just for the photo.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me, Craig.
Okay. Yeah. Let's not get in the fight here while Dom's around. All right. He's been known to throw some punches. Anybody else out there? Questions for the race coming up? Yeah, in the back. Pre-fueling questions. Let's see, Alyssa.
Pre-fueling?
Yeah.
I might not be the best person to ask that.
Okay.
During, I like to use spring energy gels because that's, I mean, everyone, it has a preference. I think you just, it's all trial and error. Yes.
I have. So I'm a little bit of a slower marathon runner. My pace is 11-ish. I like to have fun out there. So I pre-fuel with peanut butter, bread and peanut butter. Just keep it nice and light for my belly. And then during my run, I take M&Ms, like actual peanut M&Ms with me, and then gummy bears. And I do that with just some water. I have a pretty sensitive belly, so I have to be careful with that. And then I come home and drink pickle juice. So that's my training plan right there.
What a day for the tummy. That's great.
As long as there's no dairy, okay?
Yeah.
You can try a lot of things for pre-fueling and then obviously in race or in training fueling. Like Alyssa said, like just try things and find what works best for you. So practice makes perfect. Don't try something new on race day. That should go without saying. Whether it's peanut butter, try like a bagel or overnight oats, like a few hours before you actually get out and go. I'm into precision fuel these days. Morton's obviously a good one, but just find what you can stomach.
Yeah. Over there.
What are the club mantras or mottos, either internal or external?
Yes, we want to know that. What are the club mantras or mottos, internal or external? And also, if you have a fight song, we'd like you to stand up and sing that too.
I want to hear that.
Come on, there's got to be something.
I'll go.
Oh. Yeah.
Ours is, honestly, I know this sounds super cheesy, and I think a lot of people say it, but we are very all-inclusive club. We have people that come and walk. We have people that are in the 12-minute pace, sometimes people that are in the 8-minute pace. For us, it's just very important to get to know your community. So we've formed this amazing little village that we have. So if anybody not only needs a buddy to run with, but maybe someone to take their dog on a walk really quick, or help with any sort of parent stuff as our parents are getting older, we have that village. And so it is very all-inclusive, and I very much strive for that. Everybody gets talked to when they come on Wednesdays. We have pacers, or not pacers, we have sweepers that also go out about 10, 15 minutes after people leave when we run, so that no one is left behind. It's very, very important to us. So that's maybe our motto, is like no one left behind.
Yeah. All right. What, Dom, you got to have something from the BTC. Something hardcore.
It's hard to follow that one, but
Yeah.
ours is chasing dreams together. I think that stands for anybody, any dream, any goal that you have. We're going to help support that and be there the whole way.
What about, there's one specifically about the Jacuzzi Boys, too, isn't there?
It's a bit explicit, but I don't know if I can do that fight song here.
Okay, cool. We'll hear that maybe in the race village.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. On the line.
On the
Nice.
line during beer pong afterwards.
Yeah. Kaylee, how about Rose City?
Well, we don't explicitly have anything, but I think that this is a great opportunity for us to come up with a mantra. So we will be taking requests. I foresee that in the future. I would love to get on the starting line and have us all singing a song together.
Yes.
Yeah, competing songs at the same time.
We
Full
need-
Portland chaos.
Well, we need a full Portland one too. So each club needs to have its individual one. But
Oh, like a shared line at the end, so we like all end in unison or something.
yeah, potentially. Yeah, that would be nice. But like my
Perfect.
dream for like Portland Track Festival is to have some kind of like cheesy like European football folk song thing that everybody sings in the stands afterwards. So maybe we can do something.
I don't know
like
if I
that.
can hit like the folk music on the line. I think my nerves would make my voice a little too shaky, but
Yeah, we need chants.
I need more like yelling.
Yeah.
May I
Alyssa?
make a recommendation?
Yes.
So, my rival high school, cross country, used to recite the entirety of the Braveheart speech before every race and end in a glorious yell. I'm just saying, as a team, I think you could pull it off.
Did it work?
Actually, they were quite successful, yes.
Oh, that would put you out quite fast in the first mile, I think, on a hot pace. Yeah, people are going to get fired up. How about Jacuzzi Girls, Alyssa? Is there anything that the team?
There's nothing that's this. I mean, this is an opportunity for us, maybe to like come up with one. I would say one year we said something because it was like some meme we thought was funny, but I don't know if it's not like inspiring.
Well, let's hear it.
Get that trash.
I like that. Nice. Get that trash.
It was like there was a raccoon involved and like a dumpster, I think. So yeah.
Put that on a T-shirt too. There's a lot of good mottos out there. Is there anything that you guys personally tell yourselves when it like the tunnel vision starts and things begin to darken for you out there? Is there something that you tell yourself to either like get fired up again or to calm your nerves? Is there a particular phrase? I like get that trash. I think that works for a lot of things. But anything else?
I have something kind of cheesy that I tell myself. Again, I'm not super fast, so just getting out there is a big deal for me. But once I hit a wall, I look down at my feet and I just say left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and just to keep going and to get out of that mental block, whether it's a marathon or an ultra marathon. Sometimes you just have to tell your feet to move. And that's what I do. It just left, right, and obviously Britney Spears on the playlist. So
Nice.
Got to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like for a Portland original too from Scott Fauble is always "Scared Money Can't Win." I like that one too. So you gotta be strong out there. Anybody else? Questions? Questions from the audience? One more? No more. All right. Anybody have any closing statements that they'd like to make here before we begin Shamrock Week, heading into next Sunday, where we will race all together and we will settle the score for all of these awards? No. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you to the Shamrock Run group. Thank you to Great Notion, as always, for hosting here. Drink Great Notion beer. It's fantastic. Portland Track, thank you very much. The Tracklandia crew over here, JJ and Flotron, go ahead and give a wave. All right. Cool. We will see you out there on Sunday. Everybody get home safe. Let's enjoy a few more beers together. Good night, everybody.